Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you my top 5 crappie lures for the cold weather season. Now it's winter time and I know a lot of people stay bundled up in the house, but let me tell you, spring is not only the best time to catch crappie, but the winter time when it's cold, you can catch a lot of crappie and you can catch some big ones too. Today I'm going to show you the top 5 lures that I have that work for me. I fish here in South Central Kentucky. I fish some down in Tennessee and a little bit farther south sometimes. I don't tournament fish anymore, but some of these lures I've won some tournaments on. I've placed high in some tournaments, and I've just went out for a fun day of fishing and had some good luck with them. So I'm going to show you what works for me, and hopefully then maybe they'll work for you. Now these are going to be in no particular order. Each one has their own time and place for conditions and everything. So we'll start out with 2 of these are lures that you can buy off the shelf at your local tackle store. And the other 3 is just some jigs that I tied, some color patterns that I like. Now in the warmer weather months, I will usually use a bigger profile jig. And a lot of times I'll even tip my jigs with minnows just to entice the bigger fish, give a bigger presentation out there. But in the wintertime, I want to downsize it quite a bit. Some of my hooks will be like a 16th. Sometimes I'll go an 1/8, but a lot of times I'll do a 16th. And if it's real tough, maybe go down to a 1/32. Now the first one I'm going to show you right here, this is a 2-inch Joker by Strike King. It's a Mr. Crappie. This is a pumpkin seed with a chartreuse tail. And on mine right here, you can see I got it with a purple head right there. Now some of my color patterns in the wintertime, don't be scared to go with bright or just color patterns that don't even really match. I mean, mix it up, try new things. In the summertime or warm weather months, you know, I like a more natural color, more shad-like stuff. But in the wintertime, I like to use the different colors and stuff just to help entice these fish, because these fish ain't going to chase down minnows and stuff like they do in the warmer weather. A lot of times you'll have to sit there and shake it in front of their head and just keep it in there for like 10 seconds or so, or bump them in the nose to get them to bite. So you want everything you can to do to get that crappie's attention. So these bright colors work well for that. Now this is on a 1/8. And this is about the biggest size that I'll throw in the wintertime. I usually don't go any bigger than that. But you can see it's got the different colors. It's got the chartreuse. It's sitting on the 1/8 jig head. Purple, chartreuse eyes. And I like to fish this one in low light conditions a lot. I catch a lot of my bigger crappie in cold weather right at daylight, when it's breaking daylight, believe it or not. A lot of people won't even come out to the lake till 9, 10, 11 o'clock, let it warm up a little bit. But a lot of my bigger fish have come right at daylight. So I like a little bit darker presentation, and that's why that's one of my favorite lures for wintertime. This next one here, this is one of my hand tides. As you can see, it's kind of a wild color pattern too. Maybe if the water's a little bit muddy or something, we got some bright colors on here. We have the chartreuse flash on there, the chenille. We got a pink tail, and on the jig head it's orange and chartreuse, got some red eyes. So that's an attention getter right there. If the water's a little bit dirty, this is usually one of the lures I will go to. Now this one right here is on a 1/16 ounce hook, and I've caught a lot of fish in the wintertime on this little bait right here. And moving along, the next one, this is another one of my hand tides. This is kind of a plain one, but it's just a regular chartreuse. It's a smaller, it's a 1/16 ounce right here. It's got the fleck in the chenille for the body pattern right there. It's got the chartreuse marabou hair right there, a little bit softer. I like the marabou for the wintertime. And it's just a flashy little bait. The water can be halfway clear or halfway dirty. It's a good bait, it stands out. Now this next bait has probably caught me more fish in the wintertime than any. And you can get it at your local Walmart. This is a pack of red and chartreuse tubes right here. And if you can see it real close, the red has a little bit of glitter pattern in it right there. And this is what mine looks like. As you can see, I put this jig head on several of my jigs. I love that jig head. It's got it's just a bright, flashy color there, and it's worked really good for me in the wintertime. But this is a smaller profile bait, and no matter the conditions, if it's a little bit muddy, if it's halfway clear, I've even caught them in real clear water on this bait. This has been one of my best baits as far as catching numbers, and some good ones at that, in the wintertime. Now this last one, it's another one of my hand tides. As you can see, all those other ones that I've showed you, they're a little bit flashy colors and stuff. But like I said, everything has their time and place. Now if I'm fishing up closer to the dams where the water typically is a lot clearer in the wintertime, I want just a little bit more of a natural presentation, I'll go more with a shad pattern. And you'll see it's got the silver fleck in the body right there. It's got a white marabou tail. And I put it on a pink jig head just to give it just a little bit of color right there. Well, there you have it, guys. That's my top 5. That's the 5 jigs that you'll see in my boat or my kayak in the wintertime. That stuff, it's worked well for me. Another tip for the wintertime is you have to fish slow. Now, these fish a lot of times won't be near as aggressive as they are in the warmer water. A lot of times you'll have to sit there and hold that jig in front of their face for maybe 10 or 12 seconds or so to entice that bite. But be patient, be slow, and just remember you can catch a lot of good fish in the wintertime. So hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like if you like the content we're putting out. We're going to have a lot more crappie fishing come throughout the year. So we'll see you guys in the next one.